And now let's shift focus over to Pakistan. In another instance of Pakistan's lies being called out on the world stage, this time Sri Lankan President Maithripala Sirisena's office has denied parts of a statement issued by the Pakistan High Commission in Colombo on the Kashmir issue. Sri Lankan President's office said Maithripala Sirisena did not comment on issues pertaining to India and Pakistan during his recent meeting with the Pakistan High Commissioner. In the statement, which has now been denied by the Lankan President, Pak Mission in Colombo said, and I quote, "The High Commissioner briefed the President about India's illegal and unilateral actions seeking to alert the status of Jammu and Kashmir and its demographic structure by revoking Articles 370 and 35A. He also apprised the President of the deteriorating human rights and humanitarian situation. He also apprised the President of the deteriorating human rights now in Jammu and Kashmir, which has been under lockdown and curfew since August 5. President acknowledged that Jammu and Kashmir is a disputed territory and expressed his desire that this dispute should be resolved according to wishes of Kashmiris under UN resolutions." Now, that is what Pakistan claims came from Maithripala Sirisena. However, Pakistan's brazen lie has been called out in less than 24 hours by the Lankan President's office, which responded to this statement by saying, and I quote again, "The President gave a careful hearing to the Pakistan High Commissioner's views and stated that both India and Pakistan have excellent friendly relations with Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka's interest is to see the growth of regional cooperation and friendship. The President did not make any other comment on the issues pertaining to India and Pakistan." Now, Pakistan has been in a state of meltdown ever since India revoked the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. Right from Prime Minister Imran Khan to its senior army officials, veteran journalists and even diplomats have been trying to spin a web of lies around Kashmir to garner international support. However, Pakistan's falsehoods have fallen flat, with no major world power barring China willing to back it. Even the subcontinental neighbours Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, even OIC members like Maldives have backed India, saying the decision is India's internal matter. Needless to say, Pakistan continues to remain in a state of meltdown ever since India revoked the special status of the state of Jammu and Kashmir. In yet another round, the Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan said that he will no longer seek dialogue with India. In an interview to New York Times, Imran Khan said, and I quote, "There is no point in talking to them. I mean, I have done all the talking. Unfortunately, now, when I look back, all the overtures that I was making for peace and dialogue, I think they took it for appeasement. There is nothing more we can do." Continuing to whip up hysteria over the Kashmir issue, Imran Khan, who has spoken of little else in his all public addresses over the past fortnight, continued with his brazen lies about atrocities in Kashmir. In the same interview, Khan also said that Pakistan will respond to any military action by India, which was clearly another desperate attempt to pander to his domestic constituency and garner international attention with blatant falsehoods. Now, India's ambassador to the United States, Harshvardhan Shringla, refuted the allegation and said Pakistan was expected to take definitive action against terrorism. As per the New York Times report, Indian envoy to the US said, and I quote, "Our experience has been that every time we have taken an initiative towards peace, it has turned out badly for us. We are looking at things going back to normal. Restrictions are being eased based on the ground situation." Now, Imran Khan even failed to get the support of the United States despite his highly publicized visit last month to Washington, where he supposedly struck a friendship with President Donald Trump. Now, during a phone conversation last week with Khan, Trump made it clear the Kashmir issue should be resolved through a bilateral dialogue between India and Pakistan.